Well, what do you think of that, little Missy? What do you think of that? What do you think of those silly computer stalling action there? All right, guys. We're going to do another lovely session of discussion about my obsession and the thing I am wanting. And we're going to do it with panache. Yeah. Because today, the machismo is oozing. Yeah. Now, we're not going to talk about this gigantic pile of acquisitions, because I still can't tell you how we did on them, because I'm still waiting on my refund for shipping. But I can continue our fun series on Mexican silver. Mexican silver, guys. Mexico. Viva la Mexico, right? We like this stuff. I think a lot of people are enjoying these videos. I think, more importantly, Eva is enjoying these videos. So we left off with our pesos. We were done with the pesos. We were moving on. We got a nice little representation of most of the types of pesos that were made. There were exceptions, and I don't have them. That they're expensive, and one of these days they're on my to-do list. But I don't have a type of every peso ever made, because some of them are really pricey. And, I'm also kind of a stacker here, guys, not just a coin collector. So I got to be in the ballpark of melt, for most of not all the time, but most of the time. I want to be in the ballpark. All right, guys, we'll start with dos peso. Dos peso. Dos. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, right? This is dos. That means 2 pesos. For those of you who don't know. I paid $52.99 for this lovely example of a 1921 dos peso. If you do not have one of these, guys, I recommend getting one, even if it's in bad shape. Just get you one. They are nice. They are alluring. It is. There's a story behind the artwork on this coin, and I'll let you guys look into that. But very cool. So that's the dos pesos that I have. There's also a gold iteration of that. And it's funny. You look at the prices on the dos peso versus the gold variety. The gold variety being, I guess, more common. If you go on compared to the price of the metal, you would have been a lot better off having these than the gold coins, because the premiums on these bad boys are just crazy. Crazy. All right. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to fast forward 20 years before we get to our next coin. More than 20 years. We get to the Cinco Pesos. The Cinco Pesos are very cool. This is a very iconic coin. These are, they came in 1947 and 1948. 90% silver. Still a beloved, very sought after coin. You're going to pay a premium for these too. That first one I paid $32 for, back when silver was like 30 something an ounce. So, it wasn't so bad back then, but nowadays that's not a great price. This one I paid a little more reasonable price for, $29.48. And yeah, these are the Guantamog, I don't know how you say it. 5 peso coins. I have more of them. As you guys may or may not know, that I got, they're in capsules. So, not everything's in flips. So, but I don't want to cheat you guys. I want you to see the full gambit. Yeah. And then I got some in the big flips that, yeah. So, here we go. So I got a couple more of these actually. Yep. There you go. Aren't they lovely? And these are really, really cool coins. Big honking coins. 0.86 ounces or something like that. They're really big coins. Big bag of coins. Yeah. All right, we got a few more of those. Very nice. Paid $25.50 and 28. Oh no, 20. Yeah, 28.50 respectively for those. Aren't they nice? I think they're nice. You're not going to get these at Melt usually. I am sure some people have and will. I have not been so fortunate, and I'm always looking. I did see actually. One of my buddies, he works, he's into stacking, and he works at the power plant. I turned him on to a big old lot of these that was selling on the flea bay, and it ended up going right at Melt. But he only likes the pure stuff. He's kind of a silver snob, and we can talk about that in a different video, how some people, they only want the really pure stuff. Yeah. And, you know, that's fine. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, I wanted to show you guys this real quick. This is an example of grading, bag grading. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't matter. I didn't pay big money for this coin. But, yeah. If you go, don't buy the holder, buy the coin. That's the lesson here. Let's zoom in on this. Let's really, I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to make it look blurry. This thing is not mint state anything. Hold on. Yeah, you see that? Mint state nothing. Mint state 0. It's extra fine at best. There we go. That's a good shot so you can see. Yeah. See that? Extra fine at best. But anyway, yeah, got that right at Melt back in the day. But I just wanted to show you guys that, so you know that you're buying the coin. Don't buy the holder. That's all. That's the lesson there. There's a lesson here, and that's it. All right. Now we're still in the 5 peso zone, guys. Still doing 5 pesos. So Cinco Pesos. Not Mayo, but peso. So these were 72%. So remember we talked last video, we had a theme about how they debase things in Mexico, sadly. So in 1948, you know, you had a 90% coin, 0.86 ounces. Now by 1950, you've got, that's not that far. You're at 72%. You're at, by the way, you got a good deal on that, 45. You're at 0.643. So about the size of a Canadian dollar in silver weight. So you've gone from a heavy hitter, you know, a British pound size coin to, now the diameter looks to be the same. But by lowering it to 72%, you've dropped the silver content quite a bit. You see that? Yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty wild. For crying out loud. Hold that thought. We gotta get better. There we go. We gotta actually see these things. Alright. There you go. Hidalgo. One of the fathers of Mexico. Yep, Hidalgo. You'll see a lot of Hidalgo coins as we go through this. Matter of fact. Alright. So that's one situation to consider, is they debased their currency. And You'll see a lot of that. Yeah. As we keep this up. All right. There's another 52. As I recall, I think it's 56, but don't quote me on it. There's a year, 1 year of these with an extremely low mintage. And if you get a hold of one, you've got a coin. You've got a coin there. Yep. What did we pay for that? That one went for $13.57. $13.57. So that would have been much fairer price than the last one I showed you. And it all depends on when I bought these. Here's one. That's a nice one, isn't it? 1953. Yeah, $14.50. $14.50. So, not a bad price considering it's over half an ounce. It's pretty minty too. All right, and moving right along. Let's look at this. We got another 5 peso coin. This one also has Hidalgo on it. But it's, a different design. This is the 1953. And I paid $13.06 for this one. And this one is a commemorative, so it has a much lower mintage if I remember right. So that one's a little more sought after. But let's keep going though. If you look, it's still 0.643 on that 53. So we haven't debased it any, but guess what? Bam. By 1959, we've gone from 0.64 ounces to 0.417. And look at the diameter change here. Remember those other two coins had the same diameter? Bam. Now we got this little dinky, tiny coin. Dinky, tiny coin that I paid $14.62 for. Okay, so, yeah, you see that? That's called debasing the currency right there, right? Or debasing the money. Yeah, you have lost value. Your 5 pesos don't go. It isn't the same amount of silver as it used to be. Okay, so the intrinsic value goes down. It has to go down. Nobody wants a smaller, weaker coin. Just a few years earlier, that was 0.2 ounces bigger. I mean, imagine that. That's a quarter. A 90% quarter taken out of there. Bam. For no reason other than we're going to debase the currency. Because we're not running things right. That's what you're dealing with. And it's pretty sad, really, if you think about it. It's pretty sad. Here's another one. This one's from 1953 as well. So that one looked like it was at the end of the roll, maybe, or something going on there. But yeah, you gotta be careful, guys. You gotta be careful. They will debase and destroy your money any chance they get. Yeah. History shows it again and again. This is what governments do. They debase your money, they remove the value, and then they lie to you and tell you that, that it's sugar, that it's good to go. But it ain't sugar, folks. It is the other S word. Okay? And here's another one that we've got here. Another of the 53 Hidalgos. So it's a pretty coin, isn't it? Pretty cool. Little toning on this one. Neat coins, I gotta say. I like them. I got a few. I might have a few coins, you know. I might own a coin or two. There's another Cinco Peso that I own, a 47, and I paid $26.99 for this one. So these are really cool to stack, guys. It is a iconic design. It really is. No nonsense there. I like those. You know, and it's really cool. Really cool. So, moving right along. That was our 5 pesos. Well, we've got 10 pesos. You know, it's not just 5 pesos. We got 10 pesos. So what happened here? Well, in 1957, this commemorative peso came out. It's a 10 peso coin in silver. It's at least 90%, but if you look at it, it is, you know, it's 10 pesos now. So here, let's line this out. It's actually a little lighter in the hiney than the 47 silver weight wise. It's a little, so it's got to be a little smaller in diameter, just slightly. You see that? But it's twice as many pesos. You see that? But this is a hunk of silver, though. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I paid $31.78, but this is a very limited mintage coin. It was a commemorative 1-year issue, so you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna pay melt for that usually. If you find one at melt, get it. All right, so 10 pesos. You know, here's a 10 peso. Here's a 10 peso from 1960. I got this one for $5.85, which is a steal because, you know, it's 0.83 ounces. Here's another 10 peso. All right, this one's from... And I love Mexican coins, the fact that they tell you what they are, right? We talked about this last video. But this is from 1956. Okay. I do have a couple more of those. So it's not all the gravy train here. We got a couple more of those. There's one. Paid $21.89. That's a more reasonable price, isn't it? Yeah, for that one. And more Hidalgo action, right? Boy, they love them some Hidalgo on their coin. Yeah, and then here's another one. This is a 56. Paid $19.88 for it. These are nice hunkin' pieces of silver. They're right there with the... you know, just a little under where your 50 francs would be from France in the 70s and 60s, your British pound sterling, your Fünf marks from Germany. It's right there. This is a honking crown of silver. Right, you know, at this stage in the game. But the games change, don't they? The games change. And... you gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready for that because they're gonna devalue. There's gonna be some devaluing that we're gonna see. Unfortunately, because that's the game we're playing here. This is the devaluation game. Here's another one, and I got this recently. So a lot of these in the capsules I got recently. So you'll see the video on them and you can figure out what I paid for them there. I got a list right here. The $22.77. So there you go. $22.77, and that's a fine price for that particular product. Acquisition, whatever you want to call it. So Let's see what else we got here. I do have a 5 peso coin that we missed, but it's the new pesos. So this came out in 1993. It's a 1 ounce coin. So this isn't even, they're not even pretending this was made for circulation. So this is a semi-numismatic coin. Unlike these other coins that are actually numismatic releases, these are semi-numismatic. Real pretty coin. 1 onza, so it's 1 ounce, 0.999. This is the American silver eagle kind of thing, where it's never meant for circulation. This is a commemorative and pure silver, but it is a 5 peso coin technically. All right, moving right along. There's some really cool coins out of Mexico, guys. Really cool ones. So we're past the 5s. We've done the 10s. Here's the 25 pesos. Now, these are Olympic coins. Okay. They all came out the same year, as far as I know, 1968. Okay. Really cool designs. There's some variants. So, and I might have some of them. They're mild variations in the way this Aztec god looks. So, boy, they had some vivid imaginations, didn't they, those Aztecs, as far as their gods. No other gods really look like them. Yeah. I mean, if anything, I guess they're somewhat similar to Indian gods in appearance. You know, they kind of have the bigger-than-life poses. But, I don't know, some of the animal obsession they had. You know, well, I mean, the Indians had an animal obsession too, and so did the Egyptians. So I guess that's not exclusive, but it's definitely an interesting mix. So there's one with a forked snake tongue coming out, and these coins, you'll find them cheap sometimes, like this one, and then sometimes, they'll be expensive. It all depends. About half an ounce of silver, though. About half an ounce of silver on these, guys. Sometimes you'll find them cheap. Sometimes you're going to pay a premium. And it all depends on how bad you want it, honestly. They did make quite a few of these. They are 72%. And like I said, they're just about half an ounce of silver. So keep that in mind when you're bidding on them. So this one I paid $16.33 for. See? But when I bought it, silver was about $30 an ounce, so that wasn't, it was over 30 probably. So that's not terrible. This one I paid $18.25 for. So there you go. Now, a lot of these I got in the early years when I first started collecting, and silver was pretty pricey then. Actually, no, it says I paid $22.95 or $18.25. I'm not sure because I got two different numbers here. I would guess $18.25 is probably more likely. All right. And there's another one. All 25 pesos. Very lovely. Next up, 100 pesos. So, 100 pesos, 1977. $21. This is 0.6429. So we're right back where we were with those smaller 1959 5 pesos, but they were 90% silver. These are 72% silver, but it's a similar weight, silver weight. $20 for that one. So this would have been back when silver was much higher when I bought those. This one I bought more recently, as you may recall. And I paid for that one $17.52. So there you go. And then there's this one, which I got for $19.43. And it's real modern arty on the back, isn't it? But they're cool coins. Pretty cool. Here's another 100 peso coin I have. It's a bimetallic coin. And these were commemoratives. They're half an ounce of silver. Bronze on the outside. Sterling silver in the middle. 100 peso coin. These were commemoratives. They were put out for various things. And this one was $24.55, which, you know, in order for me to break even, I got to hit, $49 an ounce silver. $49.10. Yeah, so let me know when that happens. But I did buy these back when silver was pretty high, so that's okay. I'm okay with that. Yep, so next up... Actually, I think we're about done for this video. We'll save some room for another one. No, we'll do it. We'll do it. We gotta go fast, though. Next up is Onzas. So, these are 1 ounce coins with no actual monetary value. Here's a 1980. Paid $18 for this. Okay. Yay. We went through these just recently. It's a 79, and I mentioned what I paid for them on there. Didn't do too bad, except for the 78, which I paid big bucks for. But these I didn't pay much for. They're not too bad. Nice, nice, very nice. Here's the one that costs $100. And I do have a 49, which I guess I could have grabbed, but I didn't. Hold on. Here's the one I paid $100 for, sorry. $101. It's pretty crazy, right? There's an 80. So there's a few more of these I own that I didn't grab to show off, and that's okay because I've shown them off in other videos, so it is all good in the hood. Other coins, there's other Onzas, so I'll show you those real quick. First up, we've got, this is the first year they made them. Okay, so there's that. Here's one I got for free off Kitco. So that is awesome sauce. Thank you. I never had one until I got this one. This was the first one I ever got. Yeah, the old Kitco crew. And here's one I got when I bought those scale and press Onzas, the Money Das. I got this in the same lot for $22.75. It is pretty awesome, guys. Pretty awesome. These are high dollar now. I don't know why, but they're pure silver. These are all semi-numismatic. They were never meant for circulation. And guys, that's going to end it on Mexico for us, I think. I think we're done with Mexico. Isn't that exciting? Anyway, I hope you find all the collectibles, knickknacks, paddywhacks. Give that dog that bone of your dreams. And do it while you're awake. And if you don't do it, don't blame me because I am showing you the way. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and you know, have an amazing day.